Well, this is Eric Smith, your host of the Entrepreneur's Voice Show, and today's focus is going to be about efficiency in your business. Do you find that you oftentimes are rekeying in data into your various processes? Do you find that you have inefficiency in your, or waste, let's just use waste in your data flow? That can cost money. Do you feel like you have lots of employees to do several different jobs? Could you reduce labor costs by adding efficiencies to your workflow? Well, we've got the answer to that question by having our guest today, Mr. Charles Strange, CEO of The Solution Associates, with us. Charles, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Outstanding. You know, your business is really fascinating to me, and we're going to let you explain a lot of intricate details, but I want to get to know you, get to know the history. What exactly is The Solution Associates?
We are a company that helps other companies extract profits from their business by applied technology and custom software development. So we consider ourselves a Lean Six Sigma data processing consultant, and we eliminate the waste in their data processing flow. And so what we say is
that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, go ahead, finish that thought.
We turn busy into productive. How about that?
Turn busy into productive. Okay. So that last statement that you made as far as the waste and so forth, define that, and where does that occur in business for many companies?
So the first one, the most obvious one, is if you're still filling out a form. So you've got a piece of paper, let's say you've got maintenance guys, or you've got people out in the field doing plumbing or whatever, and they've got a work order, and they're filling that work order out by hand. Well, that data has been collected by hand, and it's got to get keyed into something. So that piece of paper could get lost, could get delayed, and maybe it's keyed wrong. Maybe it's not filled out properly. So there is a extra effort to collecting that piece of data right on the piece of paper, then brought into the office, and somebody takes that piece of paper and rekeys that into their accounting software or whatever, possibly even into a spreadsheet, so that same piece of data is now being keyed into another program. And what we do is we would design a custom solution where that person was out in the field with a tablet, and they would fill that information out right on that tablet, and it would automatically get posted to the appropriate programs that it needed to get posted to.
So this is not about trying to eliminate jobs or anything like that, but what I'm hearing from you is that will create efficiency and reduce the opportunity for mistakes.
Correct.
Or other redundancies.
Yeah. So we've got a client that delivers water. So when we met them, it was all on paper, and they would bring them back, and they had a lot of people rekeying that data, and it was just data entry work. Well, we built a program that they collect that information on a handheld, and then that automatically electronically transfers into their accounting system. And they've shifted those people from just doing the data entry into customer service and sales. So now they're getting, not only are they've eliminated that extra labor cost in the process, but they've shifted those people into higher value places. So what we do is we like to call it reallocating resources.
Man, that's brilliant. You know, I like the sound of that. Tell me a little bit about you. How did all of this ingeniousness get started with you?
Yeah, so that's kind of a crazy story. I studied as an actor, and went to college for an actor. I ended up going and getting my degree in philosophy, and then fell into the computer business. And over the last 27 years, I've learned a lot about business. I've worked with over 200 different businesses, and through that kind of using my philosophy and logic skills and my people skills, I've been able to develop relationships, and I've learned from a whole slew of different business owners about their business flow in their business process, and then I've been able to take that knowledge and look at custom software and technology and merge the two, and it's a lot of fun.
Wow, that's interesting. Again, this is the Entrepreneur's Voice show, and we want to feature and highlight entrepreneurs that are really bringing value in our local and national communities. But the evolution of your story, or the evolution of the process, is typical of what we as entrepreneurs go through. And I like what you said. Over the last 27 years, you've been learning so much about business.
My gosh, and we've not only the businesses that we interact with, but even our own. And we've got that typical entrepreneur story where we start and have no idea what we're doing, and it crashes and burns, and start back up again, and it crashes and burns, and you start back up again. And that tempers you. I think that really does temper you, and in a way to make you a stronger business person, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot by failing, but we pushed past that, and we're doing some really.
They said Thomas Edison.
That's right.
It took him 999 tries on the light bulb, and that last one.
That's right.
It's all that matters. The rest of them.
Yeah.
That's good intel to say we don't want to do it that way.
Right. Exactly.
So, but you see, that's a lesson to be learned as an entrepreneur, because what appeared to be failures really were learning opportunities.
Correct.
Or learning lessons.
And that's one of the things that I bring up. I when I'm training my programmers, I say, look, you're only learning when you're failing. If you're not failing, you've already learned that, right? Because if you can do it already, then you're not learning. That's just repetition. That's just confirmation of your success. You're only learning when it's not working. And that changes the way you look at programming. It changes the way you look at problem solving. So, that's core to what our philosophy is.
So when you're looking and you feel like as a business owner, you may be struggling and you have those inefficiencies in your business, this is the kind of company that you want working with you, because they're not afraid to put their mistakes or learned experiences out there in the public. So they're going to save you that time, energy, and money, so that you don't have to go through that, because they've been through a lot of things. And so now they've been able to translate that or build solutions to those mistakes that you've made. I can just see it all over as I hear your story and everything and how successful you are. That's what has had to happen.
Absolutely.
To make it well for you.
Yeah. And, we've learned from the different companies that we've worked with, right? We've seen what works for one company, what doesn't work for one company. So one of the things that we believe really strongly in is if you're selling something, I don't care what it is, if you're selling a thing, meaning, you can put it in a box and ship it to somebody, you need to be on Amazon and eBay. It's just an absolute, don't even think about it. Do it. Even if you don't think you can sell your product, you say, I sell toilet paper. Nobody's going to buy toilet paper on Amazon. Wrong. Put your product on Amazon.
So tell me about give me a success story that a business that you've taken from maybe less than $1 million in revenue. What were some of the things that you suggested and the business owner listened and implemented, and where are they at now?
That's great. Thank you. So we've got a client that we got introduced to about 7 years ago. They were struggling. They sell precision tools like drill bits and things like that. And they were doing about $850,000 in sales with 8 people. Everything was done manually. They were filling out pieces of paper. It was being rekeyed. Mistakes were happening. They had sales staff across the state. They had some challenges with receivables, slow pay. They were doing just a little bit on eBay, just a little bit about on Amazon, but it was all manual, so it was very difficult to do. We brought in a variety of different pieces of automation. We connected their accounting system to their UPS World Ship program. We connected their accounting system to actually talk directly to Amazon and eBay. So now, after 7 years, they'll do 2.5 million this year with 4 people. And that's fun. It's fun.
And what were they doing before? And how many people?
850,000 with 8.
850,000 with 8 people. Yeah. And now 2.5
million with 4.
Wow.
Yeah. So to give you an example of the efficiency, this is one thing. since we've automated the connections between Amazon and their accounting software, when somebody places an order on Amazon, we'll pick that up within about 15 minutes of that order being placed. It'll automatically go into their accounting software, and a packing slip will print out in their warehouse. So their shipping clerk will see that piece of paper, they'll pull it off, they'll go pick the stuff, put it in a box, they'll walk over to their UPS World Ship program, they'll key in 6 numbers, that's just the sales order number. And then that will cause the UPS World Ship program to spit out a tracking label. We take that tracking label, push it back to the accounting software, then we push it back to Amazon or eBay, and then they just wire transfer the money. So my client's whole order fulfillment, data entry is 6 keystrokes.
Wow. Now, is this business owner frustrated with you?
Oh, no. No, buddy. He's got a list a mile long of things. He's like, calling Charlie, hey, look, I need you to finish this next one up because I got something else. I'll give you another example. This happened probably, well, just right around Christmas. He comes to me and he says, hey, I got a vendor. I don't stock all his stuff, but he's willing to send me his stock list. Can we push that up to our website? Can we push that up to Amazon and eBay and call it non-stock product, and he'll fulfill it? I thought about it for a little while. I talked it over with my programmers. We came up with a number, came back to him and said, yeah, we can do that. So we took him from 22,000 items that he stocks and made available on his website to 250,000 items.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes the small company compete with.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, he got invited to go to Korea to meet one of the largest manufacturers and get an all expense paid tour of their factory. Isn't that cool?
That's awesome. I'm sitting here thinking about different companies that we want to make sure get this interview directly in their inbox because they could use this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, Charles, I really appreciate you stopping by, offering some insight and sharing.
Hey, Eric, it's been my pleasure, man.
This is very exciting, the capabilities and the possibilities out there. So when your business is in need of just an efficiency test, give these guys a call. Tell us the website.
Yeah, the website is the-solution.com. And we also have got a Twitter at TSA Inc. Either one, reach out. There's a contact form. Find out more about what we do.
That's exciting to know that there's companies out there that you can count on that will help you in your profitability, your efficiency, because you're in business to make a profit. At some point, you may want to sell this business. You want to pass it on. You don't want to be a slave.
Right.
Let these guys come in and help you out with some things. This is Eric Smith, your host of the Entrepreneur's Voice Show. We'll see you at the next episode.